What's up, guys? I'm back. It's me. It's Glitchroon. You just call me Rune, though. How's everyone doing today? We're gonna start doing some game development again. What's up, Snyder? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Snyder. You know that game I was talking about today, the Concord? That shooter game? I was watching a video about Moist Critical playing it. It was like a 20-30 minute video. It's like a hero shooter, so it's supposed to be like an Overwatch style game. But apparently it's terrible. So I don't know if I'm gonna be playing that. Yeah. So I guess I'll just get back into Overwatch. What up, Caboose? Welcome in. How's it going? So yeah, today we're going to be mainly looking at some abilities. Whoops. Let me pull up my thing, because I don't have many. You've never played Overwatch, but PT made you download it? You're mad? Your test cuts failed. That was for the glass etching, right? Is that right? Yeah, dang. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I mean, I love Overwatch too, so I'm definitely gonna try to play it a little bit more whenever I can. I know I have a streamer friend who I like playing with. Her name's Akari. So I might add Overwatch 2 a little bit to my gameplay. Let me move myself down a little bit. If I want to show you how to, sure. I mean, it's a pretty friendly game, so it's not like it's not super competitive until you get into competitive, obviously. And it's not as competitive as well, it's not as competitive as the finals, because the finals is like you only have 3 teammates, where this one you have at least 5, so if you have someone that's just kind of learning, it's not that big a deal. Yeah, I can definitely, my experience with Overwatch can definitely help carry in those teams. Okay, but let's get a little bit back on track. I would love to keep talking Overwatch, because I love Overwatch, but as I said, maybe I'll have to make it an entire stream. I would like to add Overwatch to my my weekly stuff to get like a normal game in the loop. Because right now, I mean, we have. Why am I still here? Hey, 13 months. Thank you for the sub. Oh, did you see the whole thing with Twitch's subs? I know you just subbed and all, but that they're like $1 more. Did you notice that? Thank you for your extra $1, idiot. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I think it fully like went in effect like to this month, I think. I know that was like announced. But I think that's like officially like came into play now. Oh, sorry. Let me get back to this a little bit. Well, I pay like everything. That's fair. Let's see. So we are actually getting down to the wire. Most of these are just bug fixes, but a lot of the chunk is putting the abilities and talents. So I'm gonna try to chunk out a lot of this stuff. This is actually waiting for a commission. This already has one thing done. This is a bug that I think it's very rare that'll happen, but it's still possible. This is actually already done. I've already done this part. So I added death states into the game this week. So that stuff is actually in the game. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna start this off by spinning the wheel, but I'm just trying to, I want to make sure this is all cleaned and fixed up to where we are able to do it. This is kind of a final thing, like once everything's done. This is kind of has to wait till all the other things are done. This is a bug. Equipment scoundrel abilities. So yeah, we have a lot of abilities put in, and then we have passives that we still need to make put in. So The main things are passives and then all the abilities and talents. So it seems like a lot, but I think it's actually going to be relatively simple. And then there's like some small updates. And I want to add one more, which is update tutorials with all the new features I added. Because I added a lot of new stuff for this next upcoming patch. So my aim is by the end of July to have this patch out, which I feel like we're kind of getting past all the heavy stuff. So it's a lot of the cleanup and all the abilities. As I said, once I get past the abilities, that's like the heavy stuff. So which is why I want to try to focus on abilities today. So if we look at our wheel, we have a couple mainly abilities. I made the abilities super large because obviously I want to try to hit those. But I did have the other smaller stuff in here in case we do hit it. But yeah, let's spin the wheel. Find out what our first task is. Spin that wheel. Ooh, we didn't get an ability. What is this? Ability to select active passives. I'm actually gonna have to pass on this one right now. I don't think we actually have, because we need passives in, and we don't have any of the passives set up. Stop selecting it. Stop it. Hide. Stop. God dang. Oh. Okay, I'm updating this. We're only gonna do abilities. I need abilities. Sorry, I need abilities for that one too. So we're only doing abilities. Okay. Wait, why is there 2 scoundrels? Okay, we're gonna do scoundrel ability, but I need to find my other third. Here it is. Okay, so we're doing scoundrel. Wait, cancel. I gotta save this. What's up, this guy? I'm currently working on my turn-based strategy game. You'll actually see it in a second. We're currently trying to figure out what I'm implementing today. So you do this little wheel thing to figure out what task we're working on. So we have three classes. We call them roles, but classes. If spin times 4. I know, right? I keep spinning. We work on these. So we have 3 classes right now, and we're trying to implement all the abilities. So all the attacks and stuff they can use. So that is our current. Hold on, let me turn down this music. Okay. So currently we're going to do a scoundrel. So the scoundrel's kind of like our item use rogue class. And by the way, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the database. But so, as you can see, this is all of our. I'm doing the same with your game. It's a pain. You're relatively new to game dev. Yeah, it could be a challenge. I mean, I've been doing game dev. I haven't released a game, so this is kind of my first like full game I'm actually trying to get made and released. But I've been doing Unity stuff for 6 years now. But we have this list of abilities. Plus, I just got my master's degree in game design, so I'm kind of motivated to get this thing out there. But yeah, here's our list of scoundrel abilities. I am Master Rune. 6 years, I'm probably about 8 months in. Hey, as long as you're trying to get something out, you know, just keep plugging at it. I love, if you ever have any questions or anything, feel free to ask. I love going on side tangents about stuff. Or as I'm doing my game dev, because I use Unity, so if you have any questions about what I'm doing or want to see me do something, feel free to ask. As I said, I love going on side tangents, teaching people. I hope to eventually start making some tutorial videos. I mean, I'm no professional, but I am a professional software developer. And I hope that my knowledge on that front will at least help a lot of people. Because I feel like that's a kind of a big weakness I've seen in a lot of indie devs, is the full-on game design and programming side of stuff. But yeah. So, here's our list of abilities for Scoundrel. We're gonna roll to see which one we have. I don't think we have any abilities for Scoundrels right now, so this is gonna be kind of interesting. And some of these are passives, and some of these are not. Scrounge. Okay, Scrounge is interesting. Okay, let me pull up. Here, I'm gonna move these all into progress because this is kind of what we're all working on, and I'll slowly add them. Wait, recruit talents. We don't want talents. We want abilities. I see a lot of people implementing stuff, but I feel like not all of them understand the why or how, or just kind of do it. I like to understand the why. That is very good point. Have you ever heard of tutorial syndrome? I think that's what it's called. It's this concept where like you learn all this stuff and you're implementing it, but then like you're kind of like understanding. You think you're understanding, but then when you go to actually like go to the next step and implement it, yeah, tutorial hell. You can't quite do it yourself, and that's the difference between able to implement it versus able to understand what's happening. So I definitely get that. My first couple years of game development was tutorial hell, but that and my new job. So I worked for a software. I've been a software developer for 7 years now. And my first 3 years, I was working at a job where I didn't use the same programming language that I use for game development. And hold on, let me open up this doc while I'm talking to you guys, because I need to pull up a doc with all my abilities. And one of the biggest things that helped me, and I know that like this isn't necessarily what everyone could do, but I got a job using the same language that Unity uses, so I use C# every day at work now. And all my years of software development has helped me truly understand concepts. And I mean, you don't need to get a software development job to do that, but it definitely helps. But if you're able to learn and actually understand, and the whole thing is like constantly learn. So never stop trying to learn. And another thing that's really helped me is that when I do a chunk of code, I do refactoring all the time, especially in my games. So you go back and look at old files and see what you could have improved on or tried to understand. And you'll definitely see that in my code where I did a lot of refactoring. Took code that's been used multiple times and moved it into its own classes and systems. But it's just all about streamlining your code. I mean, you don't want to be stuck on it too much, but it definitely helps to go back and revisit some stuff. Okay, so no, whoops, wrong one. Classes. This one. Okay, I'm gonna flashbang you guys quickly. Sorry about that. This is Google Docs, don't blame me. Wait, this isn't the right one. This is the wrong one. Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna flashbang you guys. But we're gonna quickly look at this to understand what this ability is we're going for. So these are my abilities for my Scoundrel class. Guys, I gave you plenty of warning. We're going for, what was it? There was Scrounge. It's an active ability where you use it and you have a small chance to find a random item. So, it uses up your action, so you don't do an action, but you could find a random item on the ground. So it's kind of like it's like a basic thing. We have Discovery already in there, so it's an active version of Discovery. But you already have Discovery, so I should take Discovery off here. Immediately unfollows. Lamau. Listen, I swear, I wish Google had not just, I don't know, you have to do some weird stuff to get. Here, let me see if I have, might be a way for me to quickly do this. Let's see. I just make it all background, just like darker. I don't know. Just paint the whole thing black. Whoa! The hell was that? A pile of energy drinks just fell over. Or just use Excel. No, that's a good point. I should just use Excel, but everything's already in Google Docs. There goes the Celsius. Yep. Celsius, sponsor me. Just have a bag of cans that just fell over. So yeah, in my room I have like this bag of cans that's sitting on this trash can because I'm gonna sponsor Celsius, please. Because I was gonna take it out because my recycling comes in tomorrow. But I currently slipped off my trash can. Okay, let's get to the actual game. That's what we're doing. We are doing an active version of Discovery. So we already have the ability in there. It's going to be called Scrounge. So, but for you, this guy, do you want to be called this guy? I don't know what you prefer. I could actually show you the game because we're going to run it now, I guess. I could show you quickly. Anything? Fair. I'll just call you this guy. So this is Chronicles. This is the basics of the game. Fair. We have 3 classes as a series: Recruit, Student, and the one we're currently adding ability to, Scoundrel. So as you see, you select where they went, and you have this combat system. Here's the turn order. This is the current guy. This is how much movement you have left. You can move the camera around. It's currently locked on Jake. He says a lot of stuff. This is the tutorial, so he's going to try to teach you some stuff. Robin Hood must die. Well, here's Robin Hood. As a character, you have movement. You also have actions and end your turn. Obviously, you just don't want to end your turn. All characters have 1 action. So you could dash, which doubles your movement. You could use studies, which this is the student abilities. So this is like magic. And then basic attacks. And scoundrels are like the rangers, so they have a longer range. But we are just gonna move. Oh, mustache, hell yeah. This is the crew. It's more of the warrior. Yeah, this is Glotchroan. Thank you. We're very serious here. You can tell by the mustache. True. So yeah, as you can tell, we don't have many abilities. I know there's 2 abilities and the passives exist. They're just not set up. So maybe that's what I should have done with Discovery. I should have kept it. We'll just put Discovery back in. But yeah, Robin Hood doesn't have much. He can move and attack. he can attack. He's not in range. Okay, well. Oh, yeah, none of these guys have abilities because they haven't learned it. Main menu. Get out of here. Load game. Toughened. One of the things that, here's the overworld. You gotta move around. But one of the things is, these are goblins. Sorry. They all gotta go first. They rolled higher. I don't think Sir William will survive this fight if it's just gonna be him. But he does have an ability called Toughen. The affected character has increased defense, and it's just going to be toughened on himself. So he now is toughened, which means he takes less damage. That's one of the abilities we've added so far. So we're working on Scrounge, which if we look at our... Let me close all these. We don't need all these. If we look at our abilities, Scrounge... It's going to be a unique ability. We got to look at... It's going to be resources, scriptable objects. It's going to be under here, but it's not there, so... And then these are already there. So I'm going to actually... Hold on, let me put that thing back. You're interested to see how I implemented the abilities. It's actually pretty complex, but I'll try to explain it quickly if I can. So the whole idea about me implementing abilities is that I want to be able to easily be able to implement future abilities. So that's kind of the whole point. It's just trying to future-proof it as much as possible, so that when I get further into my game development, it's kind of just a plug and play sort of thing. So, have you heard of scriptable objects? If you've been around 8 months, you might have. I don't know how much you use Unity. Yeah, you use them? Cool. So, my entire system is based off of scriptable objects. So as you see here, we have a lot of information for an ability, and it kind of just calculates everything in together. So if we pull up the actual code, sorry, I use a lot of scriptable objects. It's gonna be ability. Did I spell that incorrectly? Is there 3 eyes in there? Can you guys see that? No, you guys can't really see that. I'm pretty sure that's 3 eyes. Okay. So this is the base. Can't spell. Listen. So this is the base ability. So the idea is that there is a perform action on the scriptable objects and a get range. And get description. So if we look at, let's just say an attack. So this is like, I have arcane bolts. So this is like one of the things it'll do. Or there's a fireball. So that's an AoE. And I'm including heals as attacks, because attacks are basically any ability that's targeted at another enemy or another person. So we have all this stuff in here. Damage types being taken into, there's a whole calculation on the amount of damage it'll do. This will use ability range or weapon range. This is using movement, because there's a thing called a charge. So like, the recruits can run up to an enemy and then attack. That's all one action called a charge. So they move along with it. This is the description. It just kind of takes the type and then kind of generates an entire... it kind of generates a description. It's pretty generic. The perform action is kind of like where the crazy stuff happens. So this should be able to handle a lot of stuff, and it's constantly, as long as I constantly update it to be generic enough, it should be able to handle any ability. And that's kind of the goal. So currently it's really good at just doing damage to whoever. I haven't implemented any status effects. You just have an abstract mono that supports the SO and manages the update loop. Nice. Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. But I do all my logic within the scriptable object, and then the scriptable object is triggered from a manager. I call him a manager. So there's a, was it combat? I think it's input. Yeah, so if you look at the bottom, we have a enable action. No, where's trigger action? Sorry, this is also pretty like complex code, and my my thing is making it look weird. Sorry, where does trigger action get called from? Perform action. This gets called from, oh, the actual character. Oh, that's for movement and action. So yeah, the characters actually trigger the actions themselves. Which is called from the confirmation. And technically movements are also considered actions. So all that stuff's like supported in actions. It's cool you seen that. You're on the right track. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, totally. Sorry, there's a lot of code in here, so it's kind of hard to go back and explain some stuff, but I'll try if I can. So with that being said, Scrounge is a self-target ability that'll just trigger when you click yes. It's kind of like a heal, a self-heal, or like Toughen. So it's kind of like Toughen, actually. So what was... No, Toughen was a... Toughen's a status effect, which we don't want. It's going to be... How do we... What was Discovery? Let's see, what is Discovery? We don't have Discovery yet. Oh, no, there should be Discovery. Hold on. Active, passives, actions, passives. Discovery is here. Okay. Discovery is a movement passive. Okay. Okay, so I should probably just use similar code, whatever this does. So let's go see what this one does. What up, Epic Fredo? So what if you have two separate abilities with similar functionality, say Firebolt and Arcane Bolt? Can it share perform action? Yes. Yes. So that is actually the plan. So for example, in your case, that's actually a thing that's going to happen, is there is a Firebolt and there is an Arcane Bolt. So we'll hopefully hit one of those tonight. But the idea between my Arcane and Firebolt is that they are single target abilities. Arcane Bolt just deals damage, where our Firebolt deals damage and has a chance to apply status. So the idea is, yes, we can reuse the same perform action, right? The whole thing is that we'll probably do like a, I don't know, status effect. I think I have one of those. And then it would be like status effect to apply, right? And so like all of this information here is used in this to do something specific for that option. So for example, we set the damage, we set the hit chance for that specific ability, and that's all being set in when you create the actual scriptable object in here. So like the scriptable object is kind of a base, and then you create like an actual, you kind of actually create an object in the Unity. So if we look at this, you can see there is Firebolt, and we look over here, it's Firebolt. And there is Arcane Bolt. And there's already some differences, but that's just mainly because we haven't set it up. But as you can see, we can set different damages and like For Arcane Bolt, we won't have a status effect, and for Firebolt, we will have a status effect. So like, I don't have that code in there yet, but the idea is that it'll apply the damage, and then it'll roll the chance to actually apply the status effect, and that'll just be like an if statement in here. For example, we'll just go through if move. It's not a movement ability, so I won't do it. And then we do hit chance is heal. If it's not a hit, heal. So this is like, we go through every character that's able to be hit. So that's either a single target or a multi-target. In this case, Firebolt and Arcane Bolt are both single targets. So this will only loop through once, which is perfectly fine. It does a random value, and then it determines if it actually hits. If it does hit, it's not a heal. It would go into here. And so we would add like something like if status effect apply is not null, right? Then we put some more code in here to actually apply a status effect if it's set. Otherwise, like Arcane Bolt, it would just skip this because this would be null. That would be one ginormous platform or perform action function that covers every case as your ability library grows. It would, I have this kind of set up so like that's for only targeted attacks. But we have a lot of different types of abilities that have kind of taken out. So for example, I have a use item, and this is a different one where you put the item in there. So this perform action is only specific for like you're doing an item, right? So there's technically yes for attacks, but the fact that I'm kind of classifying the abilities in different ways, it kind of breaks it up a little bit. And yeah, if I get too big, I might split it up even more. Because I don't know, this attack isn't too complex. But if I keep adding on and making crazier and crazier stuff, then I might have to. Like I think I might, for this one we're doing right now, which is called what was it called? That was called Scrounge. It's a pretty unique one, so I don't even know where to throw it right now, honestly. I think I might throw it in this effect ability. And make an effect for I don't know. This one's a strange one. It's not really attack. The only way I could see it is do an effect and basically have an effect that kind of uses these specially. But this is kind of like the thing with effect ability. It's supposed to like update specific effects. For example, when they move, it's supposed to double their movement, double their max health, double the mana. Sorry, I gotta think about this quickly. I guess it could technically be anything, so it's not really that big a deal. Or I can make a new special ability called like a loot ability, which would specifically give you an item based on some chance. And I feel like there will be a couple that might do that, like a steal or a drain ability might do that. So it'd like apply a target and give you, I don't know. Yeah, I think I might make this its own unique ability type. Okay, let's do that. We'll just go with that right now. If I decide to refactor it, that's fine. So, you guys get to see me create a new scriptable object type. So we're just gonna create a new class. I'm gonna call it a loot ability scriptable object. Goes in here. I'm just gonna steal apply status Whoops. Copy all that. We're gonna go back in here. And we're gonna rename this to Whoa. Sorry. We are gonna do loot ability. And this is gonna be loot. And then this is gonna be loot. So this is gonna be is percentage amount affected or chance amount. We'll actually always consider this a percentage because I don't see what else that would be. So that'll be chance amount. Currently, that's all we need. I don't think we need anything else. So we'll just do... You have a small chance to obtain an item. And then target character will be yourself. How did I do that on the other stuff? It was trigger immediately, right? Ability has trigger immediately. Which one actually uses that? If enable action, trigger immediately. So it doesn't. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's gonna be trigger immediately, so it's gonna be true. It's gonna be yourself. Cool. So target character is gonna be yourself. Which actually we don't care because we're just giving us an item. But we might want to trigger an update. I'm pretty sure we had something that does that. Let's see, what was it? I feel like we should do this more often. Where it's gonna be like a public what API service. So this calls where's the confirmation or the display? So the NPC AI service is a enumerator, which means that it'll kind of run through this and it has like waiting points, so it's not just happening like all at once. So it doesn't just run through. Like we have points in here where we where is it? We wait for a couple seconds so that it seems like it's like an actual computer performing actions. And one of the things it does is it does this combat message, which kind of shows something on screen. And so we kind of want to do that. So we're going to have to do something. So we're going to create an enumerable or enumerator, and I'm going to put it in the ability scriptable object. And this might be a refactor, but we'll be like run ability message. And then we're going to put a string message. And then let me go back here. We're gonna go back to that thing. So we need the combat manager. Which, how do we get the combat manager in here? Combat manager, just get instance. There you go. Whoops, not there. Whoops, not there. Let me close some of these. Some of these are kind of getting in the way. So we have the combat managers, and then we're gonna use this. Where was it? It was combat message show. Wait 2 seconds, do an action, and then hide it. So we're not gonna do all that, but we're gonna run ability outcome message. It's gonna be character, active character, character. And then this is gonna be, wait, what does this do? Hold on. What does show do? Show dialogue. No. That's not right. Hold on. Show. Show me what show does. Okay, so we can just do show message. I know I wrote this code, but there's a lot of code, so you guys gotta bear with me occasionally when I'm writing some of this code. I try to make it pretty easy to figure out what's happening if I just take a look at the code quickly. At least that's the goal. So we're gonna get a random item, we're gonna create a message, and then we're gonna show it, is my goal for this. So we're gonna be, where was, I think it's like run. I also don't remember all the stuff that you could do, which is why it's good to have code that you can go back through. Start code routine is what it is. Co-routine. Why is this thing not helping me? That's fantastic. It's a mono behavior. I'm pretty sure ability is, no, it's a scriptable object. Thank you for saying that. That's annoying. I don't have anything access. I mean, I have combat or combat manager. I think I have combat manager, which I might be able to use because this is mono behavior. So I have an instance of it. So if I just have something in here, be like public. That's why you decided to have a mono behavior supporting each scriptable object. That's fair. I could just utilize this though. I'm not too worried. I have the combat game manager, so I could just have something in here that does the same thing. Which I could just move this into there. And then wait, I guess I don't need to do this first part. It would just be this. Or I guess just that. No? You have it right there. Can't do this because it's enumerator. Why can't you get yourself? What's the issue with that? It's kind of weird, but I guess it works. Oh, but I can't start a coroutine in the scriptable object still. That doesn't really help. Ah, dummy. I mean, I guess I could be like, public. Could use an event. I just don't know much about that right now. I don't want to make this super ugly, but I also just don't want to put too much effort into setting up the system. So I'm just going to do a show ability message. And we're going to just have this stuff. And then we'll just do start coroutine, run ability outcome message, pass that stuff in. So stupid, but okay. Could add a public event inside the masterclass and then register from a mono on triggered or something. Then start covering. No, that's fine. I appreciate you checking ideas. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to research all of that off stream. As long as I get this working right now, I will do some research and figure out the best way, quote unquote, is either to, I don't know, have some sort of event or add something back to the base scriptable objects. I just don't like doing a lot of research on stream if I'm just doing a short, 4-hour game dev stream. I mean, this weekend I'm going to try to do a game jam, so there's definitely be a lot more in there. Or sorry, next weekend, I guess. I'll be doing a lot of probably research, and then hopefully we can start and you can see a game from like scratch and see how well I do. Okay. If this works, we'll just run with it. It's really ugly, but I will come back and refactor it. Or create a specific manager just to handle toast messages. Later on, you can use instancing to optimize render as well as shader for some simple animation if you have a lot of... True. That is probably the best option, is to kind of make its own system for handling it. My toast messages are kind of new in my game, so there's going to be a lot of refactoring on that stuff after this patch. Plus my next... So this patch is adding all the base systems. That's kind of my plan. My next patch is going to be redoing the entire UI and the control scheme of the game. So we'll probably be doing a lot of that in that patch. So I'm kind of trying to push off as much of that work as possible without like absolutely just making a mess, But no, that's a good option, making an entire system just to handle the toasts, which is probably what I'll do in the long run, because currently my toast logic and stuff is just everywhere. But hopefully this works. So if we do this, we could just do what was it? Combat game managers dot show ability message test target character. The message would be more like target character has found a item. So now the idea is we got to find the item. Var item equals new item data. So in our maps, each map has a list of items that we found. Because as I said, we sort of already did this in the movement. I think it was movement. Scriptable objects. So we should be able to use that same logic. Trigger movement passive. So the movement passive, I think it's under movement passive. So passives. Movement passive. Gainable equipment. Okay, so it's on the actual passive. That's not a good place to put it. Why the hell did I put it there? Huh. I mean, we could probably extract this out to a... We can extract this out to a service. There's no reason this stuff has to be in here, so we can make an item service. Rune streaming on a Sunday? I stream on a lot of Sundays. What do you mean? My game devs on Sundays and Mondays. I just haven't been streaming the last, like, 3 weeks because I was on vacation. So, yeah, we're going to extract this out into its own service. So I kind of have this service system, which are just static classes. And so the whole goal is to put into this inventory. So I could probably just do it in the inventory, which is... Whoops. What is gainable? It is a list. Oh, I guess I can't see here. What is gainable? It's a list of equipment scriptable objects. Oh no, Nate's here. Items is a list of item data. Yeah, I don't know if I want to put in here actually. I have an equipment. I'm pretty sure I have an equipment service. I do. Okay. So equipment's kind of my general term for items, armor, and weapons. So it's just kind of a catch-all be-all. So we're going to do gain random equipment. We're going to pass in the gainable equipment. Is going to be a list of equipment, not equipment service, equipment scriptable objects. Not much just came back from doom scrolling. That is a mood, you know? Wait, what random do I have? What random what is I using here? Gotta go do the pool and then do art or be protective or something. That's fair. That's a mood also. So I'm actually gonna get rid of this. And then it's gonna be equipment service dot game random equipment, and then we're gonna pass in gainable equipment. Cancel. So I don't know why I even have gainable. It should be coming from the map. So you could get like random items from the map, and I should be trying to get it from that. Which is weird to me that I'm not using it. Like, why am I not using it? Okay. We're throwing a lot of errors. Let's go see what we're using. We're using generic. So we're gonna be using random equals. Stop it. System.collections.generic.random. Was that right? Or is it just system.random? System.random. Okay. That one doesn't have range? Why am I using it then? This is inclusive though, right? No, it's exclusive. Okay. Base chance. I don't have the base chance. Okay, so we're gonna pass in base chance also, which is gonna be an int base chance. And then we're gonna make gainable equipment here, here, here. Okay, that should just work then. What is this returning? I need to make this public. Static. Just got home, but it's still humid. Yo, it was so hot in my room today, and I don't know why. I mean, it's still pretty hot in my room right now. Yeah, I have AC. My AC is working. It's just, you know, I'm on the second floor, so I have to deal with the being a little bit hotter than everywhere else. Oh, we hit ads. We'll kind of wait a second. I don't know if everyone... Hey, nice, Nate. Oh my god, how is Nate a better mod even though he's not even a mod? Oh, I legit didn't know that was command. Yeah, it's my ads command. You just happen to nail it. No, it's alright. I have it. I have that there because Nightbot runs it randomly. So I never considered telling you about it. You should be fired. Nah, it's all good. Well, listen, I need a mod. I can't just fire you. I don't have any mods right now besides you. I'm stuck with you. I'm stuck with you until I get a little bit larger, and then we'll probably have to start looking for my own mods again. I don't think I'm really large enough yet to get another mod or have to worry about it, you know? Plus, when I do game dev, it's not like I can't just handle it myself. But it's always nice to have someone that can do this stuff for me. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's always nice when you're around because it makes it easier for me not to worry about it. Well, until I get a raid, because then... Yeah, exactly. Then I know you're not around. This is how it works. Okay, I know ads aren't quite done yet, but a lot of times people are done before the ads say they're done. You like even shoutouts? Fair. Okay, so we have this new gain random, which is being used for this passive, which we need to do the hit or base chance. Which again, I don't know why this is using it. Doesn't really... Will gained equipment. What does that mean? Will gained... Should it be will gain? Is that supposed to be will gain equipment? See, this should be from the maps, though. So let's go look at the maps, because I'm pretty sure... I'm pretty sure they have their own item list. Let me see. Where is it? Scriptable objects. Points of interest. For picking up loot on the ground, maybe? I mean, that's going to be a different system. That's not really going to be an ability. I just don't know why I named it that. Will gained equipment doesn't really make sense. It should be just will gain. So that's for, like, discovery is an ability that, like, when you're moving along, if you move during a turn, it's a passive. So if you move during a turn, you have a chance to gain an item when you're moving. Very small chance, but there is a chance. I think... Oh, base chance is currently 100. Yeah, we should make that, like, 1. So 1% chance. Maybe 5. Just for testing. I know it was 100 for testing. So if we look at... So those are obtainables. So if we look at these... Yeah, there's obtainables, which we should just be using these. This list. And I don't know why we're not. So I'm going to try to use it. So hopefully I have a... Maybe a service? Do I have a service, like a point of interest service? I do. Okay, so I'm going to make a new one. Loot would be a cool aspect to add later on. It's already planned. So, like, I just added a death state. So, like, when someone dies, like, officially dies, they have a chance to drop something. Whether it be an item, some experience, or, like, learning an entire ability itself if it's another cube. Those are all options. Obviously, just getting an item is the more logical, or the more common thing that'll happen. So we're going to do public static. You have an item scriptable object with a list of mobs that can drop them instead of a list of possible drops in mob scriptable objects. I don't have items attached to mobs currently. I currently have a list of point of interest, which is like all the maps. That has a list of objects that can be dropped from that map. I will have the list of items on a mob. So that is what's going to happen. Does that make sense? I mean, currently we don't have that stuff set up. I could go back to this. So currently we have a list of... This is our maps. So these are all the wilds. So this is where combat happens. And here's the obtainables up here. Oh, you can't really see it. Here, let me turn this slightly over. Here's the obtainables right here. I don't know if I can zoom in, but... And currently, from this map, you can only get health potions and mana potions. I mean, we can obviously add more. So that's how the system currently works. So at the end of a combat, you get a random item from it. Yeah, but I mean, we should be using that list right now for this discovery and this new scrounge ability. I don't know why we're not using it. So that's gonna be kind of a little bit of a small refactor. So we're gonna do a wild scriptable object. No, we're gonna return an item, a list of item equipment scriptable objects. Get obtainables of POI. Just get obtainables. We don't need to do other stuff. So this is gonna be... It's gonna look at game data dot combat data. Oh, I have available loot in combat data. I don't know why I don't just use this. I think it's gonna be... Maybe just get available loot. Get available loot. If I just return that, is that good? Oh, I have to convert it. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna get Wild's point of... We're gonna call that, and we're gonna pass in game data dot combat data dot... I think it's map name dot obtainables. There we go. We'll do get obtainables. Get obtainables. So that should be being used in both these. I don't know. As I said, I don't know why we're not. I'm just gonna get rid of this and make this point of interest service dot get obtainables. And we're actually just gonna copy this because this is actually the same exact thing we're gonna do in our... Where'd it go? Loot ability. All we're gonna do is we're gonna go var item equals that. This is gonna be target character base chance. It's gonna be that. Get rid of that. Return a string. Oh. Okay, I don't know if we want that. I want to return... Oh, interesting. So we just want to return this. This is what we want to return. And then I think this code should already be here, which is get item. No, that's get item. Oh, it should be in data. So that's going to be inventory service. It's going to be add item. But that takes it from... I need like a convert from item to... or equipment to an item data. I guess we'll add that to the equipment. We'll do it at the top. We'll do it like right here. We'll do public static item data convert to item data. And then we're gonna take in a equipment scriptable object. Equipment. So we're doing a little bit of refactoring right now. Which all of this should already be taken care of. So this should actually be what we're doing here. Item, equipment, and then you add equipment, and then we're gonna return this. What would you define as a service? Like if you name a class a service, what would you expect it to do? So the difference, so I have a couple things, right? I have things called services and managers, and they're very comparable of what I expect them to do. Services are going to be static, meaning that I could just call the service from anywhere and it doesn't need to be instantiated. So that's what I define services as. So as you see, all these have statics, where a manager I expect it to be actually existing on in the scene. So I should be able to basically just call this server a service anywhere and not expect it to be like, oh, this isn't created. It doesn't exist. Like, it's more like helper services, if that makes sense. If equipment equals null, return null. Else return this. Okay, and then we're just gonna convert to item. So this is what I expect this to do. I expect to return this. Equipment, scriptable object. And then this would be adding it. So adding, I already expect it. This is the message. So it's like a manager will with don't destroy unload in no property. Yeah, very similar, except for I don't need it to exist. You could just invoke it from anywhere. Like, it's just in the code. It's kind of like having a helper method like within the same code. So it doesn't, like, the object doesn't need to exist. You could just be like, I could just be like, equipment service, do this, and it'll just return something or do something. So it's basically just taking all these methods that I do repeatedly, i.e., you know, get equipment. I do that quite a bit in a lot of different places. I could just basically be like, move all the code into a service. So it's just like, okay, that's where the code is, do that. And it doesn't need to be an object that kind of handles it itself, if that makes sense. So very, very similar to a manager with don't destroy unload, except for it doesn't need to exist in the scene. So if this is that, I'm gonna redo this one. So if will gain equipment, then return null. Else it'll do var equipment equals that. Oh, that's the message. Return, whoops, return that's equipment equals that. Var okay, so trigger passive, it gets the equipment and then needs to add it, so we'll do inventory service. This is kind of what I'm saying, like, I don't need to have inventory service exist in the service or in the scene to even do anything. The service just kind of exists and I can just reference the code there. So it's kind of very similar to kind of having it in this file, but it's just accessible from anywhere. It's kind of like a global method. Bam dot add item, and we need item data, so we need to do equipment service dot convert to data and equipment. Okay, so that's gonna add the item, and then we're just gonna do found equipment. See, I don't know what this is doing. I assume this is sending a toast, but like it's doing it a different way. So I kind of want to show equipment gain. Yeah, so this is kind of doing something very similar. As I was saying before, like I don't have my toasts centralized. Because this is doing show ability message, which I could definitely just do here. I don't need to. I could just do it in this movement passive too, instead of returning it. Be like, bam, and then use this to pass in there. Which I should just basically use this same message. Has 2 parameters. What's the other one? Character. Okay. There we go. Now we get rid of that. Return void. Right, that's what all the other abilities do. And then don't need to do anything here. So if, just return. And then see where this is triggered. Because then this will start a coroutine, which we don't need anymore. So we just got to trigger the passive. Nullable reference. Okay. Turn passive. If turn passive does not equal null, then send it. So adding's already being taken care of. So I'm going to take all this out because that's already been taken care of. So then let's go take a look. This should work. So what we're doing is, if it's not gainable, which I don't know why it wouldn't be, but if it's not gainable, then it's going to get the equipment, which is a random equipment based on this new service we just created, which determines a random roll, it figures out the chance. If you fail the chance, if random roll is greater than base chance. Does that make sense? I think it does. So if you have a 95% chance to get it, right? So 0 to 95 would be you get it. 95 to 100 would mean you don't. And that's just random. It doesn't really mean anything besides random generators. So that makes sense. So that means you had a 5% chance to fail. Okay, that makes sense. So if it fails, it returns null. Otherwise, you get a random equipment from that random, from the gainable equipment, which gainable equipment is whatever's passed in. And generally whatever passes in is going to be from the scene, right? It's going to be from whatever's available on the level. And then it's going to return that equipment. So if we look at the movement, so that's returned. So you get equipment and the attainals from the point of interest service. Cool. And then we add the item after converting it to an item data. So this service right here is actually saving it to our saved, like our save data. Random return a number from 1 to 0. So if base chance is 5%, it would have a 95% chance to gain an item. No, so it was doing the opposite. So if base chance is 5%, 0 or 1 to 5 would give them an item. 6 to 101, which actually it's exclusive on the end, so it'd be 6 to 100. Okay, you're driving back to your apartment, BRB in 50 minutes. Have fun getting rated. Okay, catch you later. So yeah, so 6 to 90 or 6 to 100 would then mean that it's it'll fail. So let me pull that back up. So for example, 5%, right? So we're gonna be random roll is random is greater than 5. So if the random number that was rolled is greater than 5, then it'll return nothing. All right, that's what this is saying. If it's from 1 to 5, no, you're good. If it's 1 to 5, then it'll pass that. And then it'll add the item, and then it'll return a message to the new show abilities thing, which we should probably just make a toast manager or something, but the combat game manager also makes sense to have it. So that's the movement, but we want it on our loot. So loot, I think at least try to create a simple script with the toast. Just to save yourself some searching. Yeah. I feel like, as I said, like I'm gonna redo the entire front end system in my next patch. So I don't really want to make. I know it's very simple, but I also just don't want to do it right now. So it'll be in the next patch. Plus, as I said, after every patch, I generally go back and do some refactoring. So I'll probably go back through that anyway. We're just trying to get everything working right now, and then we can go back and clean up all the code. Okay, so loot. So we have an item. So we should actually make this equipment, so we don't get confused. Clean up your filthy ass code. There's a lot of it. There's too much to clean up. So we have loot. I guess this is gonna be this. The funny thing is, it's gonna be the same exact thing. So I'm just gonna copy this, which makes me wonder why I have it here. I should definitely just have all this code somewhere centralized. But it's fine. We'll figure that out later. But let's go create that thing now. So this is a new ability for scoundrels. This is going to be a loot. So it's going to be called Scrounge. Do we actually... Okay. Are you sure that you want to scrounge for an item? It's going to be trigger immediately. Scrounges around for item. Okay. And then the amount of turns... Wait... Status effects? I made this a loot. What is status effect? Oh. Okay. We'll change this loot. Get rid of that. Just base chance. That confused me. Loot. Base chance. We're going to make base chance 100% right now, just so we can always get one, so we can test it. And then we could try chance. So now we're going to give this to the scoundrel. The mana cost is 0, roll point is 0, ability sort is 0. That's fine. So we're going to go over to characters. Roles, scoundrel. We are going to do not start abilities. No. Actually, I don't think we need to do anything, actually. If I press play, new game, yes. We're going to go to our party management, go to one of our scoundrels, so Robin Hood, go to abilities. Scrounge is not here. It doesn't have an ability description, which I need to add. But we can click confirm. He now knows it. We go back. Go to combat. Pull out Robin Hood. Bam. Click play. Robin Hood's first. We look. He has dirty tricks, which is the scoundrel's abilities. Scrounge, you have a small chance to obtain an item. We click it. Are you sure you want to scrounge for an item? Confirm. Robin found a mana potion. Nice. Okay. I mean... Oh, it didn't use... Oh, okay, hold on. It didn't use up your action. So if we look at attacks, at the end, it uses an action. Okay, there we go. So that should work now. And I'm pretty confident in all that. I don't know. I'm actually feeling a lot more confident about those abilities now that we kind of refactored all that stuff. I'm gonna save learned abilities. Just so that we can have a save file with actual people with abilities. And then action, dirty tricks, scrounge. Yes, you find a mana potion, action. You don't have any more actions left. Perfect. Cool. I'm gonna call this ability good. We'll probably lessen this, I don't know, 25% chance right now. We'll have to figure out the scaling on that one once I have all my other abilities in. But with that, I'm gonna call that ability good, and I'm gonna get that checked in. So we're gonna be added scrounge ability and refactored random item gain in combat. Now it's back to the wheel. Actually, let's update this quickly. We finished that scrounge. Cool. Back to the wheel. Okay, what class are we gonna get now? We get the student, the magic user. Okay, so there's a lot of abilities still left for these characters. So hopefully, the more we get code in, the faster these will be. I hope I get one of the bolts. Okay, we do get one of the bolts. We get acid. So this is just going to be exactly like what I was saying at the beginning of stream. This is going to be exactly like Arcane Bolt, except for it applies a status effect. And in this case, the status effect is going to be a damage over time that is acid. I don't know, what would that damage over time effect be called? Acid, acid burned, maybe. Corrosion, that's a good one. Corrosion. Nice, I like that. We'll run with that. So this is a new status effect. So let's start with creating the new status effect. So this is also another. So currently we have stunned and protected. I don't think stun actually does anything yet. Protected does do something right now. This is going to be called corroded. Corrosion. Would that be corrosion, corroded, stun? Maybe we'll just make these like protect. Stunned. Target status. Does it do anything different than, say, burn? On the surface or in the code? No. It'll do the same exact thing, except for it'll apply a different element. But on the surface, yes, I guess. Because it's, as I said, it's doing damage with a different element. But the code is going to be very, very similar to what burn will do. Because they're all going to be dots. So they're always going to be damage over time effects. So in this case, then maybe group them up with a flag or different. Yes. So I'm going to use a flag. So you see this target status. Currently, there's only defense because that's what this one does. The target status for these are going to be health because it's going to affect the health every turn. So like the code's going to be like very simple. Like they're all going to be using the same code pretty much. Are you saying like in here make it very similar? Like in the actual folder? I mean I guess we should add a color because the color will also be slightly different. Like if it's a negative effect, we'll have it red. If it's a positive effect, it'll be white. Maybe we'll just have a flag be like positive or negative. Okay, let's pull up the status effects. So this is like the first one that does like damage to someone over time, or technically a negative effect yet. So we'll look at status effects. So I'm gonna add. The weird part is I don't have the code in here. I really should have the code in here. What does this do with the code? Where's all the protected status going? Oh, I have it in a status effects service. Mount after status effect. So this is taking the status effect as a bonus. I wonder if the status effect should be different or handled differently. Because that's like a buff status effect. It's not really just a status effect. I don't know why I didn't put this in the status effect itself. Okay, where's this being called? Player. I mean, it should really just be like... I guess we are passing it all. Okay, that sort of makes sense as why we're doing it this way. So this is currently the list of status effects that is affecting this character. And so... it's basically taking like the buffs and debuffs for this character. So I guess we sorting like a status effect type. I'm trying to think. Target status. Okay. I'm gonna add a new type and make this kind of apparent. So status effect, there's gonna be a property status effect, which is like updating defense, you know, giving you bonuses or buffs or debuffs. And then there's gonna be a damage over time status effect or a heal over time. So it's gonna be an overtime status effect. If that makes sense. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Kind of split it so that we can use the type. Is that what you're saying? Then maybe group them as a flag? I could kind of see that. So this is going to be a property status effect scriptable object. Who knows? You already forgot what I said. It's fair. I'm definitely splitting them up, though. It seems like it might be beneficial to at least split them up. Over time status effect scriptable object. So we're gonna split these into two. I'm gonna grab this because they're gonna be very similar. So this is actually gonna be an abstract class. Cool. Not abstract. Okay. So in here, we don't really need the target status of or in overtime, because overtime is going to mainly be I mean, it's gonna be damage, health, so that's all we're gonna have so far. The only thing would be like type or public damage type, which I think we only have like physical arcane holy, which I don't think does anything yet. It will do something eventually, but we can leave that there. And then I'm gonna grab this. Bam. Bam. Status effect. It's gonna be a status effect slash property. I think that's how it rolls. Over time. Okay. So we're just gonna have a public void apply effect. And we're just gonna pass in the character. Target character. And then so all we're gonna do is gonna be like target character dot. I guess we need a public health amount. This is gonna be an int, and then we also need like a public bool. I kind of do this for all of them because I assume I'm gonna have like later ones I'm gonna do percentage is percentage. So there's gonna be some heavy hitting abilities sort of thing. So we're gonna be like deal damage. Oh, interesting. I just thought of something. So it's gonna be target character, character from character, or source character, I guess. And then we're gonna go target character dot health. Health recovered. Oh, we need like a positive or negative. So in the base, we're gonna add another one. As you can see, I'm kind of all over the place sometimes. Is positive. Positive. So if is positive, then we're gonna do health recovered, health amount. Else, is there a health? Deal damage? Isn't there a deal damage somewhere? Deal damage. No. Why do I not have a deal damage? Deal damage. So stupid. Target character dot deal damage. Do I do something way stupid and be like negative? No, I don't. Okay. That's good at least. I'll probably just do everything in update. Yeah. I should really just do deal damage here. There we go. Okay, so if it's positive, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna be like source character dot record health healed. Health amount. It was the true. There we go. We're gonna calculate the damage. Where's calculate damage at? Oh my god. This needs to go into like something like a service somewhere too, just so I can use it. Okay, we're gonna do int base damage. Welcome back. Damage typing damage. You missed a spin of the wheel. Just saying. So we're gonna return this. You can't do that without. Hey, you're the one who missed it. So we're gonna throw this in a service somewhere. Do we have like an ability service? We don't. I'm gonna add one. Ability service. It's not my fault you weren't here. You're supposed to put on some Subway Surfers. Oh, fair. That's my bad. That's my bad. Public, is it public class static? No, public static class. I spun and we're doing acid bolt currently for students. Yeah, so we're doing some of the cool stuff now. There's already a definition for an ability service. Oh. I guess we should just throw it in here. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Cool. And then we're gonna delete this one. Cool. And then the attack is gonna use. Whoops. Ability service dot calculate damage. What do we need? Base damage and damage type. Where's calculate heal? We also need to calculate heal in there. Public static calculate heal. Base int base damage. And then it's got to be yelling at me somewhere. Is heal. It's got to be yelling at me here. Ability dot. Ability service dot. Bam. Is total health. And then we need to get true health. Is that going to be a character? I kind of want to throw this somewhere. Maybe ability service. Get. We just need target character. And health. Or that would be character. That would be under character, probably. Do we have a character player? Maybe we just should be under character. Get public. Public. Int get true health. Get true damage. Health amount. Can I make this more generic? I probably can. I could probably also make this super generic, be more like public void update health int amount bool is positive. And then we're just like, if positive, then that. Else that. Whoa, don't run. And then wherever this is being referenced, I could just update this to be... Man, I'm messing up everything right now. Update health. Is positive. True health is currently also an issue. Get true health amounts and then pass in true total health. What if I just delete these? Yeah, that's always my answer. What if I delete these? Amounts. So amounts delete it all. Is positive. Sometimes you just gotta delete, you know? If is positive, else this. So if total health is greater than, I think this is the heal. If total health amount is greater than get health, then return get health. Otherwise, return amount. If amount is greater than get health, so that's healing, return. And then if it's not positive, whoa, Nightbot, calm down. It's less than get max health, then return. If amount is less than get max health, so that means it's 0. So if it's less than 0, then return 0, else return amount. I guess we could just be like, damn. And then give me your suggestion. What do you have a suggestion for? I don't know about that. Okay. Get true health, and then this is positive. And then this is also going to be base. Base damage. Okay, you're not complaining anymore? Okay, deal damage does exist. Update health. Negative. False. And then this is going to be this. It's going to be total damage and false. Cool. Cool. Okay. So that's that. So now we can reuse the stuff in our new ability. Which would be, so if the status is positive, then we want to be update health. Health amount, true. Okay, and then source character will do record damage dealt, and target character would be record damage taken. And then we would do var true health equals target character dot get true health amount. And it'd be health amount is positive. Whoops. Is positive. There we go. Did that calculate damage go anywhere? Because I just realized I just did that wrong. Okay, so for is positive, what was that? Ability service has calculate heal. Ability service dot calculate heal. var is going to be amount healed equals calculate heal. Whoops. I'm just all over the place right now. Calculate heal. What do I need for calculate heal? We need health amounts. Oh. We're going to do source character, target character, health amount. And then amount dealt, it's gonna be source target, health amount, and damage type. It's gonna be calculate damage. Amount dealt. This is gonna be false. It's gonna be true. Update health. Okay, there we go. Now that should be good. So we get the damage, so that's taking all the status effects and equipment and base stats into account. And then we actually update the health. So now we just gotta do the apply. Apply effects? It would be trigger effect. Okay, so let's go see what this one is called from. Actually, this one is called from, which is the display. No, it's fine. Status effects. Wait, where was that being called from? The service. That's what it is. So this, we only want to... How do we do those? Where was it? We only wanted to apply items of a specific type. So I think it was weapons. We were doing it in weapons. I think it was like something like this. Where? No, not quite. It was something with his offhand. It was in the interface, component menus, party management, choose weapon. No, it's not quite. Several types as contains. Shoot. Okay, let's go back to stats effects. I don't need to go hunting down whatever we did there. We can figure it out ourselves. Let's go back to the status effects service. Where's this being applied? This is applied here. which we only want status effects dot find all, where x dot get type equals status or type of property status effect scriptable object. It's a list of status effects. Okay, so we want status effect bam. Dot bam dot get type. Whoops. X dot status effect script object that get type equals property. So that's only dealing if it has a property. And then we're gonna be like, if there are any, oh no, this is not where we want to do it. So these will trigger at the beginning of every turn. The over time. Update status effect turns. So whenever this happens, update status effects. Okay, we're gonna call this something different. We're gonna be like trigger. Update status effects is fine, but we're gonna go through and we're gonna be like, if current status effects dot any, where x dot status effect dot type equals over time, equals type of over time. So if there are any over time scriptable objects, then we're gonna go for each var effect as dot where x dot status effect dot copy this, throw this in here. As over time. Is there a simpler way to do this? What's the... Can I like cast this? Var over time effect equals effect. As effect. Man, how'd I do that? Oh, yeah, I'm stupid. It'll be dot status effect. Okay. So then we just go over time effect dot. If it's not null, then we go over time effect dot trigger effect. Pass the target character, which would be this. I don't have the source character. I need to add it to the effect status. Public character dot source source character, and then we just go bam. Effect dot source. So that should trigger. So now let's go to wherever this is declared, which is gonna be What are these things declared? Target status. Status effect. Target status. Does not contain target status. Ooh. Right, they don't always contain target status. Where was that? Status affecting target status. So this is only going to be when it is... Status effects dot where x dot bam get type equals type of, whoa, where am I? Type of property. Var property status. What is the property effect equals status effect dot status effect as bam. If property effect does not equal null and property effect is target status, then you add it. Is that all? Are we good? What's the other errors? This is not invalid static. Oh, okay. So what is this? This, we need to pass in the attack scriptable object. Attack SO. We're just going to throw more errors. This. This. Yeah, we're going to add that to that. We're going to go... just like that. We're going to add it to both of those so that they can take that into account over time. Okay, those should just be scriptable objects. Object. Get modified amount is expecting a attack. Okay, why is it going to be attack? What is this get modified amount? Whoa, what happened? Go back. Return. Get modified amount. What is get modified? Why does it need... Oh. Okay, so if var attack equals blank as attack scriptable object, if attack is null, and return 0. Is it return 0? It is. Or maybe return current value. So is modified amount plus equals? Okay, so I'm going to return 0. Bam, return 0. Okay. Did that fix all the issues? What is damage type? What is happening here? We need to make this... What? Oh, we just want this to be a scriptable object. Are we good there? Base damage. This. What am I looking at? Attack summary. Okay, we're gonna do ability service dot calculate. We're gonna do attack scriptable object. Pass that in. Then we need attack dot base. Attack dot hit. Is that it? Oh, damage type. Damage type. There we go. Are we good now? Okay. So they should apply now if it exists. So we can test this out. But we have an error. What's our error? Health recovered. It's going to be update health. True. Is that good? Is there another one? What's this one? Update health. True. Is that it? Are we good? Fix reference. Oh. Yeah, so I've just essentially messed these up, which is fine. We're just going to create new ones. So we're going to do... Oh, they're not... Give me a second. Really messed up some of these. Attack modifier. This is under... on the right side. Status effect over time. So status effect, I don't want it to show. So I'm just going to remove that. Save these. Go back here. So we're going to create... I don't think stun's even being used anywhere. So we can just delete stun for now. We need to update protect and the ability that used protect. Make sure that works. So we're going to do a property. It's going to be protect. That's fine. We'll leave it protecty for now. I don't even know what it was. What was it? Where's protect? Protected. The affected character has increased defense. That's what I want. Protect. I gotta go find the icon again. Defense is positive is true. Okay, so... I use an icon pack in these images. So let's go find... There was a shield somewhere. I think it was defend. Is it under defend? It is. Okay. So that one should be good. And then corrosion is the other one we need to make. Status effects, overtime, corrosion. So it's not positive. We'll do 15%. How's it going? Had to finish up. It's going well. We are getting attacks with status effects going. So that's fun. We're currently just setting up corrosion. So the affected character has or takes corrosive damage over time. It's not positive. It's going to be, I don't know, arcane, I guess. I don't think it matters. I'll have to add like another damage type probably to that. Let's find us an icon. What would the corrosion be? Let's see. Can you guys see the here? Let me make this smaller so you can see the icons as I go through them. So this is what we're looking at. So I need one that's like corrosion. We could do like a Fahrenheit, not really. Is there like a bottle? I mean, skull is pretty good, but I feel like that's kind of a generic one. I hope there's like a bottle or something. Ooh, I mean, rain could be pretty good, but that's more like wet, I would say. Is there like a drop? Maybe a drop would be good. We can make it green. Let's see. Is there like a water drop? Or like a beaker. It has a paint bucket. That's a good one for like stunned or electrified or something. Yeah, sorry, these are kind of small. Broken bone, not quite. I don't see anything. Is there like a drop? UI bomb. Doesn't help. Bookmark. Could be a cool one for like inspired or something. I probably won't end up using this UI pack. I'll probably have to find a better one for more because this doesn't have like a lot. This is more just a generic UI pack. It doesn't have like a lot of medieval stuff. But it has a lot. It has like Fire Frost, which would be pretty good. I hope it has like a water drop or something. I mean, we could use that cloud and like make it green. That could work. Rainstorm, interesting. Is there water? Maybe water. We'll check water. Let's see, water. Water. Here we go. We use a water drop. Make it green. Okay. Let us add a color here. On status effect, we're gonna add a color. Not status effect service. Where's status effect? It's gonna be a scriptable object. Status effect, status effect. We have icon, we're gonna have public color, icon, color. Save, let it reload. Protect, we're gonna make, I don't know, protect like a light blue maybe. That works. And then corrosion's gonna be like a bright green. There we go. And then the icon for that is gonna be water. Save. Okay, so we don't have is percentage, so let me just go update our trigger quickly. If we look at attack, I believe attack. No, status effect should have percentage. Status effect has percentage. Is negative is percentage. So if it is percentage, then we'll get percentage. So I'm just going to use this in our over time. So we'll get. Is that something I could do? Amount before. Sorry, I'm trying to think. Health amount is going to be calculate heal. Can that calculate heal? Does that do percentage? No. Does this do percentage? Base damage. How does the attack do? Attacks do. I don't think attacks do percentage. That sucks. Okay, we might have to update this ability to is percentage. Just have the ability service handle it. So, is percentage. It's going to default to false, which is perfect because that's what we want. So we're gonna get. I gotta read through this and figure out what the hell's going on. So we want to do is percentage, which means we want to take the base damage, use that as a percent instead of whatever the hell this is. Damage type physical, get attack, get spell. So that's getting the damage. We want to make this a percent. Damage minus equal defense. So we're gonna update the base damage. If is percentage, then base equals target character dot get health, get max. We're gonna go based off of max health times, and then we want base damage divided by 100F. I think. And then we're going to round it to an int. So that's going to get the health, get the percentage based off the health, and set the base damage, and then we apply all the other bonuses. I think that's good. Yeah, math, I know. Welcome in, Alien Pope. How's it going? We are doing very basic math, but there's a lot of calculations here for damage, so I just want to make sure I'm not breaking it. It's going. That's good. That is always good to hear. I'm just gonna throw that in there. Okay, so is percentage should be good. We just gotta pass it in with is percentage. Sorry, I've been trying to calm your levels down. That is totally good. Do what you need to do during my stream. I don't require everyone. I'm not, as I always say, I'm not holding you guys hostage unless you want to be held hostage, but that's your thing. Is percentage. Now we're all held hostage. Listen, Snyder, you gotta ease them into the hostage thing. Okay, so I need the ability service, so we're gonna default this to false so we don't have to pass it in. You're just in a white van right now. Unless we want to be held hostage, one of those days someone will take you up on the offer. And then what are you gonna do? I don't... Listen, I'm not sure, you know? I might just ignore them. Who knows? I can do what I want. As I said, it's your thing. I'm not gonna personally do it. Snyder, shut up. God, you're already being held in my basement. That's where mods go. Whoa, calm down. They don't know you're down here. Okay, let's see if this works. Did I give this to anyone? Did it actually apply? I don't know the current state. Yes, we gotta skip, because we gotta teach. Okay, so we're gonna go to party management. Oh, I didn't even... Okay, hold on. I gotta make sure, because I don't even have this set up correctly. So I created this status effect. I need to now apply it to the acid bolt. That's where we are. We're not running yet. We're not that close yet. Okay, so we have corrosion. It's not applying the color either, so we'll take a look at that after we can get it running. So if we look at abilities, which is gonna be here under acid bolts, we're gonna make this the same damage as arcane. Is blasting, is firing an acid bolt. Hey, Alien Pope, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the database. Acid bolts at, I think that's what it is. Allow self-select. Okay, we turn that off. Good. I was like, why did you never want to actually select yourself? So mana cost, well, I'll make that 15. We're just gonna copy this. Are you sure you want to fire an acid bolt at this character? It's gonna cost 20. It should be a little bit more expensive than that arcane. We'll make this arcane for now. Acid bolts. What is acid bolts base damage? 15. Base hit chance. Is 90. Sure, we'll make it 90. I don't think I'm using that right now. Use ability range. What is ability range? 7. Why is this a... Oh, that's AoE. Whoops. 6 is what it is. Use movement. Okay, perfect. And then we need to add a status effect to apply. So on an attack scriptable object, we need to add that. Wait, the status effect to apply is there. What? Status effect to apply? Scriptable object. Ah, that will probably help. Acid bolt. There it is. None. Okay. So then we grab our corrosion, apply it to acid bolt. Whoops. Apply it to acid bolt. If we go into attack, we look at this. If effect to apply, then we go target. We're gonna do the random hit chance because we're gonna randomly apply it. Like they hit, we know they hit. But we want to do random for the status effect also. Status effect random. We need to do like a chance to apply. Public int chance to apply status. We'll just do chance to apply. I don't think we need to go crazy with the things. And then calculate, we'll do public int calculate chance to apply character. We just copy this. Is that fine? Copy this. Currently, I don't know what the stats are, so we're just gonna go chance to apply. We're just gonna do raw chance to apply. Oh, what's it yelling at? Is this wrong? Okay, I guess I was wrong. Calculate chance to apply active times 1. So if it is above the chance to apply, so it does apply, we're gonna do random. Then we're gonna do target character dot current status effects dot. We have a status effects service, right? Do we have an apply status effect? We don't. We should. Apply public static void apply status effect. We're gonna be like target character, and then it's gonna be status effect scriptable object. It's gonna be status effect so target character. Then we go new status effect equals new status effect. Turns left is gonna be status effect dot get or turn amount. Where's the turn amount? What? Where's this being applied? What's happening here? Oh, this is the thing I just created. Okay. Oh, there is a apply status effect. Wait, why am I doing it on the target character? I don't understand. Ah, okay. Interesting. Okay, that makes sense. Amount of turns should be on the base, though. Apply status. This is an ability? Oh, yes. Okay. Why am I thinking about it so stupidly? Okay. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna throw this on the attack. affected. Okay. So we need all this stuff. This is already here. Amount of turns. Cool. So when they apply, we're just going to copy that same thing that's happening here. Because this is what we want. Yeah, so we're not going to throw it in the status effect thing. We're going to actually just keep it in the scriptable object, which is the attack scriptable object. And this is going to be status effect to apply. And then we also want source character to be active character. Oh, we don't have the active character in here? Interesting. Okay. So where's this apply being called from? Let's perform action. Do we have the active character? Okay, so this is a self-target. So this is also going to be that. What's the order of this? It should be active character, target character. Source character equals active character. Override. Override on... Okay, what other things did I just mess up here? Is percentage is not set. That's fine. Override. Target character. What is this? Attack. Oh, but not all of them have it. Ah. I understand. We'll undo this then. Because we are applying it to ourselves. So this is kind of a self-apply. Which might be an issue, but that's fine. Where is ability? We want to update this again. Sorry I doubted you. Let's see. Perform action. We good? Okay, we good. Okay, we did all that. Did we even do what we wanted? What were we even doing? I don't remember. We were making it apply. Did we even get that going on an attack? Yes. Okay, we should be good. So now we just gotta set the stuff. So amount of turns, we'll do 3. What do we do for toughen? Amount of turns is 1. Okay, that's fine. Okay, this is where we gotta update the status effect. So acid has corrosion, chance to apply. We'll just do 100 right now. Amount affected, we'll do 25%. Amount of turns is 1. And then corrosion. I guess the thing is actually just not even gonna have the amount because the status effect should have the amount when it's applied. That makes sense. So is the overtime stuff even used? Is this used somewhere? Is percentage is? Oh wait, we want to take it from... Wait, when's a trigger? Oh, okay, that's why we did it sort of separately. We're gonna pass in bool is percentage, or effect dot is percentage and effect dot amount. So we don't want this anymore. But this has gone from bool is percentage and then int amount affected. Okay, I don't know why he kept putting on its own line, but that's fine. Okay, so that should be all good. So it's coming from the ability now and not, which is more controlled, which I like. Amount of turns 1. It does 25% of your health per turn. So let's test it out. We're gonna make Artemis. We're gonna give her... Nope, this should be Morgana abilities. Hold on, I gotta reduce the cost so it's free. New. Oh, not new. Dang it, I need to have a cancel on that. Yes, no, cancel. That's what I need on that. Learned abilities. We're gonna be Bam. Morgana abilities, Acid Bolt, confirm. So now knows Acid Bolt. Back. So then we can click save, resume, go to combat. We want someone to apply it to, so we'll apply it to William, and we want Morgana. Commence. It's Morgana's turn, perfect. Actions, studies, Acid Bolt. We're gonna attack William. It dealt 34 damage, and William now has acid. So now on William's turn, he should take he should take damage. So let's end our turn. Okay, so he did take damage. It just didn't show. It really should. And he doesn't have acid or corrosion anymore. 25 is kind of extreme. We'll just make it 10. And hit chance, we'll do like... Actually, we'll keep it 100 right now because we always want to make sure. So when they take damage from a status effect, we want to show it. So we want to show it. So when they trigger it, how do we do it for attack? Attack, so status, here it is. We want to do this. So we want to do this. Target character set status is equal to amount dealt. Set text? Can I... What's the text? Right, so I want to pass in green along with the heal. Okay, let's try this out. Load game, learn abilities. Bam. William. Morgana. Morgana's turn. Studies. Acid Bolt. She attacks William. It deals damage. He now has corrosion. So 10% of his health should be 9, 10, depending on how the percentage or roundup does. So it should be doing about 10 damage. It does 29 damage. That is a lot of damage. Why is it doing so much damage? $29 is way more than 10%. Okay, let's see what this is. The interesting thing, I think it's source character active target character. I don't know if we want to take into account the source character. Or maybe we do. I wonder what happens if we like apply multiple. Does it just add? It might just add. It should be fine. But 29. I guess it's adding all of... Yeah, that seems kind of OP, but I think it's working as currently intended. So I think balance is going to have to be a factor. Because let's see, it's getting base damage. And then it's getting the spell power. Which spell power, I think, for Morgana is like 20. So that's immediately another 20 health. So it's kind of OP. And I don't know if I want to do it that much damage, so I'll probably have to nerf. I'm gonna mark this somewhere. Nerf status effects. Nerf status effect damage from spell power. Okay. Okay, student. We are doing acid bolts. You know, the funny thing with this is that now that we have acid bolts set up, we could pretty much just do fire. We could just do all the other effects really quickly. Which I might do just to kind of get them all out of the way. Because we have acid. All it matters is creating now different things with different icons at this point. Because I don't have any damage types actually do anything. But maybe we should set the damage type, or the damage element to actually do something. Or not do anything, just store on the status effect. Yeah, maybe we'll. Let's see. This is going to be, instead of this, it's going to be damage element enum. So we need to create a new enum. Damage element enum. More, maybe just element enum. And this is going to be a public enum element enum. So far, we know we have corrosion, we have fire, we have ice, we have... There's 6 of them. Poison? Fire, ice, poison, corrosion, void, and holy. I think that's the 6 elements I currently have. I don't remember. Water. Is water one? I don't know. But we could just kind of stick this on the status effects just to exist. Damage, that's fine. We could keep that, but also be public damage element enum damage element. Okay. Can I just copy these? Let's see. Copy. What if I just apply it here? I can't. Damn. Perfect. And then, for example, we could just do like new status effect over time, fire, or burning. Burn? Corrosion, burn. Burn. Takes fire damage over time. Status effect. I know there was a fire, flame maybe. Here it is, fire. And then we do just red. It's gonna be arcane, and it's gonna be fire. Save. And then we grab fireball, make that 0. Hey, Azure, welcome in. How's it going? Is Snyder here? Can I get a shout out, please? She might not be here. I don't know. I'll have to get a shout out. You're also doing game dev. Where are we up to? I beat you to it, Snyder. Where were you? No, I'm just kidding. What were we up to? What type of game are you making? Software? Maybe? But welcome in, everyone. My name's Glitch Journey. Just call me Rune. You're working in your RPG. Nice. Ooh, fun. You're making battle VFX. I am not quite there on my game yet. I'm excited to get to that stuff. What type of RPG is it? Is it like a classic where you're like third person? First person RPG? Give me some context. I don't know if you know anything about my game. I could show it off quickly. I think we're updating abilities right now. So I was trying to finish this off before I run it. Turn-based battles and debate battles. 2D Victorian steampunk. Ooh, that sounds fun. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm trying to finish this up so I can show you the game. 100% amount affected. Sure, 10 is percentage. Amount of turns, 1. Ability range 6. Use ability range type. Base hit chance 100. Base damage. We'll just do 15. Okay. I think we are good. So my game is also turn-based. It is a grid-based combat game. No, let's not skip. Oh, that shit guys in a second. I'm so sorry. I guess while we're kind of waiting, I'm gonna go test those abilities to see if they work. I also understand if I'll say when the ads are over. I understand if you need to take a break. I'm not holding you hostage here. Like I always have to say that to people. I swear I'm not holding you hostage. Fireball, confirm. Such a noob streamer trying to talk to you while ads are going on. I'm not trying to talk. I understand ads are going. I didn't mean... The new part is not snoozing them while I got a raid. You know? That's the new part. Google want to open. You are okay. Okay, so Morgana should have 2 abilities now. She should have acid and fire. Deal damage to target, deal damage to target. Is Fireball not have any... Ooh, no, okay. I messed that one up. Hoo-hoo. 20, don't trigger immediately. There we go. Oh my god. Hold on. I'm so sorry about the ads, but if you guys are just joining me or would like to see my game, this is my game. It's a turn-based strategy game. So you have all your characters that you have available to you. You get to set them down. Currently, we're testing out this class, so it's like the mage class. As you see, there's 3 different classes. And when you get in, there's a turn order, and then there's also these 2 characters, which is ours, and you can move. And you can attack and attack with a ranged character. It's all there. We're currently working on applying status effects. So there's this firebolt and acid bolt, which deal a status effect. So we want to apply fireball to him. Are you sure you want to fire a firebolt at this character? Yes. So it deals damage and applies fire. And these guys are move. And he takes damage. Okay, so that works too. Now, a couple things I noticed is on actions, it doesn't have any description. So we need to apply that to the description. So for attack scriptable objects, is heal? No. Return. So we kind of want to do sort of a, I don't know, like a constructor type thing. So for example, we are going to go like, I'm going to update this. So it's going to be string or var message equals var description equals new. Nope, just empty. If this equals this, then we're going to say missing description. Else, we're going to do description. Something like that. I don't know. So for these, we're just going to be like description equals that. What is this? Break is missing? Ugh. There, break's not missing anymore. God damn. Cool. And then these are going to be the same thing. Actually, we just want to do an else here. Instead of that, do that, that. Whoops. Put this stuff in else. And then it's if apply status effect to apply does not equal null. It's gonna be move in front and deal damage to a target. Deal damage to a target and surrounding. Deal damage to target. Description plus equal and apply the status effect. Oh, come on. Dot name status effects. Okay, I think that should be good. New. I don't want to do new. So I need to apply a cancel. I just want to do a cancel. Add cancel button to the would you like to skip tutorial. See, this is why I'm never going to finish this patch. I keep adding these stupid little things. Load. Learn ability. They're small, but they're nice to have. Okay, so Morgana has and apply the corrosion size effect and apply the burn size effect. Nice. So fireball, bam, bam. He has burn. Okay, I think we already did all this. So the one thing I want to do is I want to take the color and apply it, which will be on the status effect display. So we're gonna go status effect icon dot color equals status effect dot icon color. Dang it. What? Calm down. Load. Learns. I'm gonna teach the abilities to all the others. So abilities, toughen, back, Lancelot, toughen, back, Squarelin, acid bolts and fire bolts. Artemis, why does it not close? If I press back, it should close. Okay, that's a bug. This is a bug. If I open the abilities on team management page and go back, the abilities modal remains open when I go to a different character. Okay. Sorry, I like making notes of everything as I go along, so I don't forget. Save. Bam, bam. Keeps me a little bit organized, at least. So we have Sir William. I'm gonna need another person, and then we can pull in these two to attack them. Okay, don't care. Squareland, you're gonna do studies corrosion on him. He now has corrosion. And you could do training toughen. So you now have toughen. Morgana, you could do studies firebolts on him. Oh, look at that. We have two things on him, and it's kind of messed up. We want it to be vertical. So how do we do vertical? Let's see. We want to grab... Okay. We want to grab battle interface, canvas, target character information, status effects. How do we do vertical? I feel like it's going to be down here in the content. Reverse arrangement? No. Child alignment. Upper left. Unconstrained. Horizontal. Preferred size. Unconstrained. Nope, not quite. Okay. What is this, viewport? No. Status effects. Horizontal. How do we do this? So we have a viewpoint. We actually don't want to do any scroll. But that's fine. Can't really do anything there anyway. Scroll rectangle. Oh, it's this vertical layout group. Okay, we're gonna want to do a horizontal layout group. Okay, let's go add that. So it's gonna be on prefabs. Prefabs. It's gonna be character information. There's prefabs, interface, battle, character information. we want to look for content, and we're going to do a horizontal. Okay, and remove this. Can I disable it? No. Okay, I got to remove it. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Upper left. Control both of those. Save. Now let's try it. That was interesting. I guess I haven't applied multiple because I never had multiple. You stop it. Load game. Learned abilities. Bam, bam. So we're going to have that, Squarelin, Morgana. Actions, study, Firebolt. On you. Actions, training, toughen. Bam. Now you're toughened. Actions, training, toughen. Okay. So we can't actually give Lancelot another thing because he's going to die if I do. Yeah, students are kind of OP right now. They do a lot of damage with those status effects. Okay, attack, studies, acid on William. There we go. That shows both of them. Cool. Okay, I think we're done with... We actually did 2 of them. We actually did both Fireball and Acid. So I'm going to take both those off. And commit those. Added status effects to attacks. And created the Acid bolts. The Acid bolts and Fire bolts. Abilities. So we're going to check that in. Commit. And then on the student, we added Acid Bolt. Acid bolts. And we did Fire bolts. We commit those 2. Whoops. I mean, I guess with that, I might actually call it quits for tonight. I feel like I did a lot of stuff. At least a lot of big stuff. So now that ability should be pretty easy to start knocking out. No, we're not spinning another one, Snyder. I'm tired. God. Okay, so upcoming stuff. This week's kind of nice because we're getting back to a lot of the normal schedules. So tomorrow we're gonna do another game development stream, same time, 8 p.m. CST. So every week we do Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then occasionally Sunday. Mondays and Sundays are generally my game dev streams. So tomorrow we're doing another game dev. Tuesday we're gonna be playing some. We're gonna be playing some Bellwright with Lele. Thursday, we're going to be playing Chain Together with Hunty, Orion, and Nate. And then this entire next weekend, I'm going to be working on a game jam. So I will be streaming off and on depending on my schedule and my lunches. So there's going to be a lot of streaming this weekend. So look forward to that. If you guys don't already know me, check out my socials. I'm always active on there. We will go try to find someone to raid. Socials. And leave a follow if you enjoyed what you saw. I do a lot more game dev. I'm hoping to do a lot more game dev content, as in tutorial streams or tutorial videos and other stuff of the sort. I wonder if there's anyone new that I don't know of on the software game dev stuff. So let's take a quick look. Generally, it's kind of weird on the software game dev stuff. I don't know. It's hard to see what people are working on. Just the nature of it. Uh, but I know Lele's streaming, so we can send you guys over there for now. She's doing some 7 days. So let's go do that. And I will call today quits. As I said, thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it. And I will catch you guys tomorrow. See ya.